Hello, hello, hello. Hello from London. The UK is in another lockdown. And I was just thinking, what is the story that I'm going to tell myself, let's say 1 year later, 2 years later, or the story that I am going to tell to my grandchildren, or what is the story that you are going to tell to your children, your grandchildren, your next generation? We all are creating our own stories as we live and experience what is going through under these circumstances. But it's not a story just what we are living right now. A story is everything, and it's not just the story itself, it's the interpretation, it's how we transcribe the story, how we share the story, how good we are as storytellers. And this is very, very important in everything we do, especially if you are in business. It is another reason to understand the power of your story. First, it's not what happens, it's how you experience it and how you feel it and how you share and interpret to others. And also it's why that is having such an impact on you, why that's what that experience or that story is having such a big impact on you. Some people experience it very emotionally, and some people experience it with dramas, and some people with anxiety, some people with fear, some people with hope, some people they find many other ways to express that connection between what is happening in their life and how they can interpret it. So that's why I thought the story itself is very important to discuss. And I wanted to ask you, how do you challenge it? How do you challenge yourself to share your own story? And how do you use it? How do you use your own story to find that connection between you and what you want to do? Because it's not just about what you want to do. Usually we say, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. But I would say, and as top expert leaders now, they are following the same pathway. It's like, it's not what you do, it's not how you do it, it's why you do it. So that's why the why is your own story, but you are unique for your story. So many people have been probably avoiding sharing that story, and I have been doing the same. I used to be in that place that I wanted to hide who I am. I was feeling embarrassed. I was feeling guilty sometimes, or shamed. For example, I remember when my parents got divorced, I thought it was partially my mistake, probably have done something wrong. I was very little to understand what is going on. And I was feeling guilty and I was feeling shamed. And because of that, I wanted to hide when I was going out there in the school, or playing with other children, or interacting with them, and they would ask me a question that would comfort me with my story. And at that time I didn't know that was because I couldn't make that connection with my story, with my why. For example, if I had a dream, for example, to write. I just knew that I want to write, but I didn't know why I want to write. My dream was to become a writer. So deep inside me, I knew that was my gift, but I was not able to articulate why I have this desire, why I'm so passionate about doing this. And at that time, I didn't even have the knowledge and the conscious ability to ask myself this question, why? And as I grow up and I mature and I try to understand better the world that I live in. Of course, I go through other challenges, like I just found myself getting married in a small little village, which is very remote, and I couldn't find the way for investment on myself or my growth, but I still tried to do whatever I could. And as I find a way to get out of that isolation, and I moved to a bigger place and try to reconnect and manage to reconnect with my dreams and pushing my boundaries all the time, then I still find myself trying to hide my story. I didn't want to tell people that I come from the village. I felt so embarrassed and uncomfortable because the village people were judged, discriminated, not seen. And it was really hard for me to comfort myself with the story that I had. And it was very disappointing because you can change anything, but you can't change your story. So you can, of course, learn a lot, and you can invest in your skills. But at that time, I didn't realize that I didn't need to fight to change the story of the past, because the story was not finished yet. That was only the beginning. And in the story, there are always different stages of the story. So you probably start with the episodes, with the background, and with the character. So I was a character in a background that I didn't feel I fit in. But that was only the beginning of the story. And then as I understand what is the process of the whole story, I realized that I need to continue writing the rest of the story myself. If my story was dependent on my parents, my step-parents, my whatever, teachers, society, and then as I become more mature, then I feel that I need to take responsibility on who is going to write the next chapters of my story and how I'm going to write it, but also why I want to do that and why I'm following that direction. So that's why I want to encourage you to keep believing that the story of your life, somehow with a little click and glimpse, you can manage to change the direction. Because what happened to me is also to change my story, but I still didn't know that the deep inside why I was doing what I was doing and where I want to go. So I kept hiding myself, and I kept hiding my story, and I kept hiding who I am. And it really felt annoying, because it was kind of stopping me for achieving things. Because you know what happens? Once you try hiding and not allowing yourself to be seen for who you are, then you're missing a lot. You are missing so many opportunities. You're missing the real thing. You're missing what was meant to be yours and what was meant for you to do. So that's why one day when I find myself in a big world, I got it. It was like a flashback. I said, wow. And I will tell you this story later. But this is one of the reasons why I invite women all the time, saying, hey, take a microphone and come and talk about who you are, what you want to do, why you want to do it, where are you going, and how can we help, or how can you help other people to get where they want to go. So it's always that power of the story, that it's your gift. It's something unique that nobody has it, that can make the difference of you being in this world. Because everything else, it can be very easy, copy paste. Everybody can do what they do, what other people do. But something that is very unique is your story. And as you share your story, there are so many benefits that you can experience. That's why I always invite women to come and take a microphone and speak out and say, hey, tell us. And that is such a big power. And this is where everything started. If you want to empower a woman, give her a microphone. I want to invite all of you into this challenge, allowing yourself to be seen, allowing yourself to be visible, allowing yourself to shine, to thrive, and allowing yourself to watch yourself and allowing the world to watch you. And I know there is this amazing, fantastic expression called watch me. And at the beginning, I didn't know what exactly mean, because English is not my first language. But I really loved it, because no matter if whatever way you understand or interpret it, we can create our own interpretations. And the way I interpret it is, I want the world to watch us. And if you didn't have that confidence to invite the world to watch you, or to allow the world to watch you, let's do it now. Because in the past generations, women didn't have that confidence to allow the light go through them and shine and thrive and give that light back to to the universe, to the world that is so much needed. So this is the why we have to do it. So it's not about just getting out there and being able to be seen for no reason. It's being able to be seen because there is a big why inside. Because if we do that, we are going to benefit a lot in terms of growth, exploration, investment in our confidence, in our visibility, in our connections that we make with other people and the rest of the world. And this is very, very important. I don't think I need to explain why this is important. It's important for many reasons, which I'm going to explain in the 5 days challenge that I want you to join me. So I hope it makes sense. Consider this and join us, because this is something powerful. This is something that it's going to create the very first step that we as women are taking to thousands and thousands of miles that we have to go through to achieve where and to arrive where we deserve to be. So I hope you get ready to share your story. You get the reasons behind, and you get the why you need to do that, and you will come and join me, and I will take you through 5 steps of challenges that are going to give us that power that we need, and let's share that power to other women, with other women, and be the guide for a better way, a better life, a better future for ourselves and the next generations to come.